everyone, it's Pwn Noobs or Mike, and today I'm going to be going over the new ranking system in Season 4 of Rainbow Six Siege. So Season 4 ranking system is different than it was in past seasons. I'm going to be explaining kind of how it works. Ubisoft recently, published a blog post describing, what it takes into effect their algorithm and how it determines your rank, and just really in depth about the new Season 4 ranking system. So I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description below, guys, so you can check it out if you want to. If not, just keep watching this video. I'm going to go in pretty in depth about it. Let's get into it. So in Operation Red Crow, which is Season 4, the system takes into account your skill now. Now, skill is your ability to win a game. Now, comparing the two teams' skill gives you the probability that one team will win against the other. The higher that difference, the more likely a given team's supposed to win the game. Now, when two teams are matched up against each other with the same skill levels, they both have an equal shot at winning. So that probability between the teams is what's going to affect what you gain or lose at the end of the match. Ubisoft detailed their algorithm that they use, and the main part of it, there's two parts in reality. There's mu, which is the estimation of the player's skill, and then there's sigma, which stands for the uncertainty of the estimation. Now, uncertainty is a probability, and that's a big effect on huge win-loss gains, and the goal is to get this as low as possible. Now, to do this, you just have to play a lot of games. That way, the system can be confident in their estimations of where your skill level is at. So that way, that'll decrease the uncertainty, and you won't have huge win-loss gains, and that'll help you in the long run. Now, in past seasons, the matchmaking system took into account your engagement when determining your rank. It wasn't just regarding the skill, which is your ability to win a game, like I mentioned, which meant that the more you lowered your uncertainty, meaning the more games you played, the higher rank you could achieve. So that means there was a large distribution of skill within the same ranks, meaning you would have people at, gold 4s that just played a lot of the game, to where some people placed there and there was just a huge gap in skill difference. And this would lead to different experiences for players and created a lot of confusion, because a lot of people didn't know why they were getting matched up against people within the rank, but they clearly did not belong in that rank. So it's caused a lot of confusion. Now, Ubisoft has said that this new matchmaking system, it's not a reward system, and any progression you make after a certain point should reflect your improvement in terms of skill. So if you're gaining ranks now in this new system, it's going to mean you're getting better at the game and you have earned that rank. So an example, of what it was like in past seasons, you would have a silver player who just played a lot of games and lowered their uncertainty, that was able to grind to a platinum by just playing a lot, and they didn't actually have the skill of a platinum. They were really the skill of a silver level, and they were just able to kind of grind that out. Your rank in this new matchmaking system is updated only on the outcome of the game. So that relates to your skill, which represents your ability to win a game. If you lose and it was unexpected, which meant that you lost to somebody significantly lower than your skill level, you will lose more points than you would if you lost to somebody that was at an equal skill level or even better. So now, going back to the algorithm, the player's skills are distributed along a bell curve, which is centered around 25. 25 is kind of their number, which is a high silver, low gold. That's at that perfect center point. So now, an example of this would be, let's just say I'm a gold 4. My mu, which is my estimation of skill, is 29, which is a little bit higher than their average of 25. I've played a lot of games, and I have a low uncertainty of, which means sigma 3, and I play against Terrible One, who is a copper 1 player with a mu of 17. So his skill level is about 17, which is lower than me. It's copper 1. Terrible One is relatively new to the game and has a high uncertainty of sigma 6, which means he hasn't played a lot of games, so his uncertainty is going to be a lot higher. I had a bad game, and I lose to Terrible One. Everybody has their off days. Since I lost to a player that is below my skill level, my rank is going to decrease because it's based on the outcome of the game. However, it'll only decrease a little bit due to my low uncertainty, even though I was gold 4 and he was copper 1. So my skill level is now a mu of 28 instead of 29. I lost 1. Terrible One, however, is going to rank up a lot more. So his skill level went from 17 to 20. So his Mew is now 20. Since he had a Sigma 6, his uncertainty is a lot higher, so that way he's going to gain a lot more for that win. And I'm going to lose a little bit just because my uncertainty is lower, and they said, hey, well, I have a bad game. I should have lost to a Copper 1. I'm a Gold 4. So that is how a perfect example of how the new ranking system works. Now, taking into account that rank, their skill level, is not the actual rank in the game. So when you're gaining plus 45, plus 50, whatever it may be, that is not what I'm talking about in terms of the skill when I'm talking about Mew. So for you, a lot of you that have played Season 4, you're kind of comparing the new matchmaking system to past seasons, and you're really asking yourself, is it better? I have to say it is. And according to Ubisoft, it is as well. They are seeing more balanced matches than before. Ubisoft really measures how balanced the matches are in two ways. The first way is the measure of the average skill, which is Mew, the average level of the teams that are playing against each other. The skill difference between the teams has declined significantly compared to Dustline. So in Dustline, there was a lot of teams where they were all diamonds. They had really high skill levels, and they were playing against guys that were silvers, coppers, whatever it may be. Their skill level gaps were extremely high. So that's one way that Ubisoft compares, is the matchmaking system a lot better. It's a lot more balanced. So the second way they kind of measure it up is determining how close the match results are. So they're seeing a lot of 4-2 matches or even closer than there were in past seasons, especially in Dustline. And there's been a 2.3% decrease in the number of shutouts, which is 4-0. So as you can see in this graph right here, there's a lot more differences in balancing in the new matchmaking system in Season 4. Now, many of you are asking, is it easier to achieve Diamond this season compared to past seasons? Because for some people, it might have been. No, it's not. As you can see in this distribution of ranks, the reason they chose 25 and they chose the high silver, low gold as the average for the community, and then they kind of go off there, is because the majority of ranks really fall within that range. Now, it's not easier to achieve Diamond this season compared to past seasons, mainly because at the beginning of the season, when people jumped to Diamond right away, the uncertainty for those players, for everyone really, was really high. And since then, it's been kind of going down the more matches you play, and that will affect kind of your rank. Now, there's also the same number of diamonds, as you can see, as there was compared to last season. There's been no significant increase. So in reality, nobody's really gaining certain ranks faster, and it's more balanced in the process of how it matches people up against each other. So in conclusion, guys, I think that Ubisoft has kind of made a great adjustment to the ranking system. They've made rank play more competitive and adjusting how the matchmaking system works. I also think that's due to the adjustment, just because there's more of a sense of accomplishment when reaching those higher ranks within the season, especially the Platinums and the Diamonds. You feel like you kind of earned it just because when you get on, you are actually playing people of your similar skill level. So I hope this video helped you guys understand the ranking system in Season 4 and how it, kind of affects you guys. You can check out the blog post below in the description. Like I said numerous times, it's by Ubisoft. It's on their website, and that is in the description below. All of the material, examples, and graphs that I used in this video to help explain it to you guys is in the blog post. I did reword most of it. However, it is in there, and you can read through it if you would like. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will see you in rank play.